show you this fun 4th of July craft, these really cute fireworks. So let's get started. So these are the supplies that you're going to need for this craft. You're going to need some wooden dowels, these round pieces of wood, and I just got them from Home Depot. And I had them cut them for me, and they are in the sizes 12 inches, 10 inches, and 8 inches. But you can do them as big or as little as you want. You're going to need some sandpaper to sand the edges of your wood. You're going to need some paint, and I did red, white, and blue, and some sparkles, red, white, and blue. You're going to need some Mod Podge and some sponge brushes. You're going to need some tape, and I use this measuring tape to measure out the spaces that I wanted in between the red and white stripes. You're also going to need a drill to drill a hole in the top to put our fuse in, and you're going to need some pipe cleaners. I used black and silver. You're going to need a pair of scissors to cut those, some super glue, and this is optional. I use these star stickers for the stars on the fireworks. Okay, so we're starting with our 3 wooden dowels, and I'm just taking some sandpaper and lightly sanding the edges or anything that might be poking out. And I'm going to sand the top because the top is a little bit rough. I'm also taking the sandpaper down along the sides just to roughen that up so that the paint will stay a little bit better. Now we're taking our white paint and a sponge brush, and we're going to apply a coat of paint to all 3. We're going to let that dry and then apply a second coat to all 3. Once they're completely dry, we're going to start measuring out our marks for our tape. And we're just going to measure out 1-inch marks. The tape that I bought was 1 inch wide, so we're just going to measure out inch-wide marks for our horizontal lines. Next, we're going to measure out our lines for our vertical lines. Again, they're just going to be 1 inch wide, and I'm marking along the top. I found that was a little easier to put the tape in between. Once that is measured out and ready to go, we're just going to put our tape in between those marks. And then just pull that down along the side. And we're going to be using 3 pieces of tape, just like that. Next, we're going to do our horizontal lines, just wrapping the tape around in between those marks, and continue doing that all the way down. Next, we're going to do our diagonal lines. This one was a little tricky to measure out, so I didn't. I just went really slow with the tape, turning the wooden dowel while I put the tape on, and trying to leave 1 inch gap in between. Once all of your wooden dowels are taped and ready to go, we're going to apply the red paint in between the pieces of tape, and I ended up doing 2 coats of red paint on each dowel. I let the red paint dry overnight, and now I'm just moving the tape so that we can put the blue paint on. On this first one with the horizontal lines, I'm painting the whole top blue. So I'm going to put the paint on the sides and on the top. On the dowel with the vertical lines, I'm just going to be putting the blue paint on the sides and leaving the top bare. And on our dowel with the diagonal lines, we're just going to be putting the blue right on the top. On our dowel with the vertical lines, we're going to be putting red on the top by the red and white stripes. Once the paint is completely dry, we're going to take our Mod Podge, a sponge brush, and our sparkles. And we are going to start adding the fun to these fireworks. So we're starting with our blue sparkles. We're just going to take the Mod Podge and completely cover anywhere that is painted blue. So be sure to get a good coat on the sides and on the top. And then just start adding the sparkles. Make sure to get them on the top. Okay, and then we're going to cover anything that is blue and then continue on with the red. Just adding the Mod Podge to the red parts. And then, of course, adding more glitter and sparkles to our fireworks. Okay, once the red and the blue is completely dry, we're going to carefully add our sparkles to the white. We can't take this off because it will tear off any of our sparkles that we already have. So we're just going to use a smaller sponge brush to apply the Mod Podge to the white paint. And we're going to add our clear sparkles. Okay, so once you have all of your sparkles on, we are going to take it out and we are going to put 5 coats of aerosol hairspray on that. And then it will look like this. And it's kind of surprising how well the aerosol hairspray works to set all of the sparkles so they're not falling off all over the place. And now we're going to add a hole in the top of our firework to put our fuse in there. So I'm just using a cordless drill to do that. And you're just going to want to try to find the middle of your firework. Okay, now we're going to want to add stars to our firework. And if you're really good at painting stars, you could paint them on. I'm not good at that, so I just got some stickers from Michael's. And I am just going to super glue those on. Okay, so once you have your stars on, we're going to set that aside and we're going to make our fuse. What I use for my fuse are these pipe cleaners. And I have 2 silver ones and 1 black one. And I'm just going to take the silver ones and I'm going to cross them over. You can put this on however you want, but this is what I did. So that the black one is in the middle. And then I just twisted those ends together. And I want my fuse to look like it's sparking. So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to fold them in half like that so that they're kind of pointy, and just keep doing that with all of these ends. And I want them to go in all different directions. Alright, so just something like that, and then we're going to cut this part a little shorter. So I'm just using regular scissors. I'm just going to cut it about right here. Okay, so now we're just going to add a little super glue to the end and we're going to put our fuse in our firework. And then that just slides in there really easily. And there you go. That's so cute. Okay, so once you have all of your fireworks complete with their fuse and their stars, you can either leave them apart or you can use a hot glue gun to glue them together. It's totally optional, whatever you guys would like to do. But that is it for my 4th of July craft. I'm so excited, I love these, and I hope that you guys were able to follow along with me and that you love these cute fireworks as much as I do. I hope that you all have a happy and safe 4th of July. Love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.